Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we have a fun collab, a three-way collab between myself and Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner and Alexandria from Eyes of Alexandria. So I actually just met Alexandria through Annette with this collab. Annette kind of reached out to both of us to see if we would want to do some kind of fun three-way collab. And of course, I trust Annette's judgment. We seem to like the same type of channels. We like the same type of makeup and things like that. So I went and checked out Alexandria and instantly ended up subscribing because I really like it. She kind of does a mix of indie palettes and mainstream palettes. She does palette bingos, lots of fun stuff like that, lots of tag videos, things like that. So you guys definitely should go check her out. And then of course, if you've never seen Annette's channel before, I definitely recommend her. You guys know I talk about her a lot because I'm always interacting with Annette in our comments and on our Instagram posts, and I always get like a lot of inspiration from her color style, the way she does her eyeshadow. I absolutely love it. She's just very, very fearless with makeup, and I love that in a person. So yes, definitely go check out both of their channels. So Annette reached out and wanted to do some kind of three-way collab. We knew we wanted to do some kind of bingo. We weren't sure exactly what to do. So we ended up deciding to do a bingo all using the same palette and the same colors. So essentially all of us are using the exact same colors, but we're all gonna have completely different looks because we have different styles of doing our makeup. So the one palette that we all had in common that we were willing to try this with was the Hasina 2 palette from Blush Tribe. And I'm gonna show you something. Mine has still never been touched. So I have a brand new, untouched, not even swatched Hasina 2 palette. I actually picked this up probably a couple months ago. I got this the same time I got the Paulina palette, and of course I was dying to use the Paulina palette first, so that's the one I used, and I just kept meaning to use this and it just sat on my shelf. So this is kind of a good crash course in getting to use this palette, and I do want to use it more in the future for like a 2-look video or Throwback Thursday or something like that. But for today's video, we're going to do a joint palette bingo. So we have already pulled the numbers. I actually used my generator to pull them and then sent them to the group. So let me pull up the numbers that we got. So with the way that this palette is set up, you kind of don't know what you're gonna get. You could have ended up with an all purple look, an all green look, or a really mixed matched look. We pretty much ended up with mostly a green look, and then we had a random pop of blue in there. So first up we had at number 10, which is this shade right here, Mahai. Then we had 15, which is the black. Annette was excited about the black. Then we had number 4, which is this bright green Arin. And then we had number 5, which, okay, I'm just now realizing I told you guys the wrong name for this one. This one is Mani, and then this one is Mahai. So this is number 5, which looks very similar to the one next to it. So I have a feeling those are kind of gonna end up not standing out if I put them side by side. So we'll see what happens here. And then we had number 14, which is this gorgeous shimmery color right here, Jade. And then because we pretty much had an entirely green look, and it was like, pick another one, get a random 6 color and let's see what happens. So that's when we got 13, which is this blue metallic, which is Mina. So you have all greens until you get to that blue metallic. So yeah, I have no idea what I want to do. I really haven't thought this through. This is literally the first time I've even touched or swatched this palette. So let's zoom in and try to figure this out. Okay, so I think what I want to do, I am gonna just put both shimmers across the lid. I'll probably try to pop the green into the inner corner. So I'll probably have maybe it go green to blue. And now my finger's stained. And then I think I wanna do both of the lighter greens in the crease, you know, the darker one in the crease and the lighter one above it. And then I think I wanna do like a smoky wing with these 2 shades, potentially just doing the black all the way across and kind of like coming out to like a smoky, really big wing, maybe even connecting it into the crease a little bit with this dark kind of foresty green shade. That's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. We'll see. I may or may not do the lower lash line. I might just leave it like as a top heavy look. We'll see how this looks. So let me start out with, I think I'm gonna start out with the darkest shade this time around. Okay, so first up, well I say darkest of the 2 greens. So this shade right here, which was Mahai. And I'm using a fluffy, but like flattish angled brush. Lids are primed, and I'm gonna pack this into the crease. I'm just gonna kind of stamp it. It's a super pigmented green. Do a little bit more right in the crease to intensify. I think I am gonna cut the crease this time because I haven't done that in a while. And then I wanna take a fluffy brush. So I'm gonna use this one and go into Erin, which was the lighter of the greens that we got. Kind of brush that above. And pretty much just like I thought, they kind of end up looking like the exact same color when you put them side by side. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a clean brush and just kind of buff this upper part to really soften it. And then I think I'm gonna take a little bit more of a, it's still fluffy, but it's a bit more of a compacted brush, just so I can have more control. And still using that same Erin shade to kind of buff it right at the top edge, but without it getting out of control, hopefully. I think that worked a bit better. Sometimes certain brushes just don't work the way you want them to. Okay, gonna kind of elongate this out. We are gonna do the little wing. Trying to decide, do I cut the crease first or do I sketch the wing first? Really don't know. I do feel like what I'll do is go ahead and maybe pack down the dark green on the outer part. So this shade right here, Money, getting on a dense brush. These are really pigmented. I mean, that's a good thing. Just kind of packing it lightly. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it alone like that for now. So let's go ahead and do the cut crease part of this, because then I feel like once I've done the cut crease, I can lay down the shimmers and then I can really fix the kind of wing that I'm thinking about doing. So concealer. So I'm gonna start out with Jade, just like we talked about, and I'm gonna go ahead and start with it on a brush, and I'm gonna wet the brush and pop this on the inner part. I'm gonna go ahead and also pop it on the inner corner, just so I can get a feel for how much I'm going to like or not like it. I'm just using the brush from earlier with the matte shades to kind of blend it, just, you know, so that it fits my eye shape. Okay. I don't dislike it. I'm definitely gonna top it with something though, just to make it brighter, but I'm liking it for now. All right, and then let's go ahead and finish off with the blue shade, which is Nina. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the brush. Usually I use my finger, but whatever, we've already gone in with the brush. Blend these two together in the center a bit. I've had a lot of blue and green looks lately. It's kind of crazy. Now let's work on this whole wing idea. Since it's black, we're gonna start small and then build up. So I'm gonna start with ash on a tiny little liner brush and line right against the lash line, and then we'll kind of build on it. But you know, I don't wanna, can't really take it off if I put too much on. Okay, so the basic line is down. I think I'm gonna take the green on just a regular sized flat angle brush. So this shade right here, which is Money. Take this and sketch my wing. Okay, ooh, that's a lot thicker than I thought. Kind of just lightly filling it into the crease almost, and then just right around it. It works. So I do kind of also want to take a little bit of that color and just very lightly feather across the cut crease. Looking good so far. I'm gonna switch to this brush from luxy. It's like kind of a flat, fluffy brush, but it's got a good stiffness to it. And I'm gonna start kind of doing a little combination, mixing together the black and green, so Money and Ash, to kind of deepen up this little outer part. Some ash. A little more of the green. And take the brush that we used for the green shade, I'm gonna dip that into the black ash shade and start making this liner smokier and a bit bigger. Not too much on the inner part. Just giving it kind of a smoky appearance. And then right here on the outer part. Okay. I am gonna take the brush from earlier back into the blue Mina shade and just lightly graze over the top here. I brought it a little bit further in too, just because I was losing a bit of it. A little more green. Okay. All right. I think I like that. I'm gonna do a little bit more finessing to this outer part, I think. I'm just gonna take the brush that had the kind of mixture of green and black, finesse the wing a little so it's less swooped. Okay, I think that's good. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and catch up the other eye completely, because I think once I see both eyes done, I'll really have an idea of whether or not I want to leave this bottom area completely blank and just make it like a top heavy look, or if I want to do anything to the bottom. So let me do that and I'll be right back. All right, so both eyes are done now as far as what I already did. I just kind of took a little bit more of that green and added it right underneath here. So I really like the way it looks when I look at it in the viewfinder without anything on it. I think what I am gonna do is just take this tiny little brush and dip it into Mani, this one, and really just kind of stamp it right along the lash line. I'm just like barely even putting any color down. Mostly to give just like a little shadow at the lash line. Kind of tuck a little bit underneath that green shimmer. Then I think I'm just gonna take this little tiny fluffy brush into Erin, this one right here, the lighter of them. I'm gonna try to be really light-handed here. Just kind of like very lightly buff a little bit underneath here. I might as well just connect it up a little bit. Okay. So it's just a very light wash of the green. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the eyes. I do want to brighten up the inner corner just a touch. So I'm going to go into this AVHR Glow Kit. I'm going to grab this shade right here, which is the Helia, the green highlighter. And I'm just going to take that on a kind of fluffy pencil brush and pop that right over the top. Just kind of brightens it up a bit. All right, and that is it for the eyes. Let me just add mascara and lashes, and I'll try to pick out a lip that goes with this look. Okay, so this is the finished look. I went ahead and added a pair of Likely lashes in the style Sleepy Starlet. And then for lips, I did a combination of this Lime Crime plushies in Chocolate Milk, and I topped it with Laura Mercier Gloss and Amber Rose. So yeah, this is it. All 5 or 6 of these shades on my eyes. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Definitely love the kind of smoky shadow wing. I don't do those very often, so it's a nice little touch, a little something different with the kind of greens and blues that I've been doing a whole lot of lately. Now I'm excited to go watch Annette and Alexandria's videos because I can't wait to see how they used these exact same 6 shades in their look and just see how different all 3 of our looks turned out, because you know, we all have different styles, so it'll be fun to see how they interpreted these 6 shadows. So if you're new to their channels, make sure you let them know that I sent you, and of course send them lots of love. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you consider subscribing if you're into fun, colorful makeups, indie brand, and of course nerdy things. I'd love to have you become a part of my little nerdy family. So that's all for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.